Hello, Vikings fans! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got breaking news that's shaking the NFL. Commentators are in shock over a huge trade that could be headed for the Vikings. The entire league is buzzing about a potential swap for a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Stay tuned to see what might be unfolding. Sam Darnold has had a decent start for the Vikings this year, leading the team to an impressive 5-1 record. In their recent 31-29 loss to the Detroit Lions, Darnold put up solid numbers, completing 22 of 27 passes for 259 yards and a touchdown. His passer rating was 103.5, which is nothing to scoff at. But despite his steady performance, it was his first touchdown in 10 quarters. And with a team like the Vikings that is now ahead of schedule in their season expectations, some are beginning to wonder if Darnold is the quarterback who can take them all the way. According to Timo Riska from Pro Football Focus, who shared his thoughts on social media, the Minnesota Vikings should trade for Matthew Stafford. This sentiment has been echoed by several analysts, including Fox 9's Jim Rich, who emphasized that if things are starting to unravel with Darnold, Minnesota might need to act quickly. Rich put it bluntly, asking whether the team is going to let it float away downstream or make the bold move for Stafford. So, why Stafford? Well, he's no stranger to Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell, as the two worked together during the Rams' Super Bowl run in 2021. Stafford's skill set is still intact, despite the Rams' struggles this season due to injuries. He's proven he can lead a team to the pinnacle of success, throwing for 41 touchdowns during that Super Bowl winning season. For a team like the Vikings, who are on the verge of something special this year, that experience and ability could be the perfect fit. However, it's not just about what Stafford could bring. It's also about Darnold's current performance and ceiling. The Vikings' offensive strategy under O'Connell has been conservative so far. They've called the third fewest pass attempts in the league, and Darnold hasn't been fully unleashed. While he leads the league in deep ball accuracy, hitting 56.7% of his throws downfield, O'Connell has been careful with Darnold, likely due to his history of reckless turnovers. And while this strategy has kept the Vikings competitive, it leaves the question open. Can Darnold step up in a high-stakes playoff scenario where the team needs more than just a game manager? The Vikings defense, under Brian Flores, has been solid but not dominant enough to shut down elite offenses, particularly the high-flying Detroit Lions, who they may face again in the postseason. If the Vikings are to compete with teams like Detroit, who have averaged over 30 points per game in their past matchups against Flores' defense, Minnesota will need more offensive firepower. That's where Stafford comes into the conversation. He could be the player to tip the scales. Next week's game against the Los Angeles Rams will give the Vikings a first-hand look at Stafford and could provide critical insight into whether he's the quarterback worth pursuing. With the NFL trade deadline fast approaching on November 5th, the clock is ticking, and the Vikings will have to decide if they want to roll the dice on a blockbuster move. As we wrap up, what do you think, Vikings fans? Is it time to move on from Darnold and bring in a proven winner like Matthew Stafford? Or should the team stick with the steady hand of Darnold and see how far he can take them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on everything happening with the Minnesota Vikings. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, go Vikings!